welcome to Project Geospatial. I'm Adam Simmons here with another interview at the 2021 GEOINT Symposium in St. Louis, Missouri. Here with me is Richard Jenkins from Saildrone. And tell us a little bit about yourself and we'll just get right into who Saildrone is.
Yes, I'm Richard. I'm the founder and CEO of Saildrone. Saildrone, we design, manufacture and operate a fleet of unmanned surface vehicles that are powered by wind and solar for very long range endurance missions.
Awesome, and this is the example of one right here, right?
This is our smallest vehicle. This is a real vehicle. We have three sizes. This is the Explorer, 23 feet long, and the Voyager, which is 33 feet long, and the Surveyor, which is 72 feet long.
So tell me a little bit about what they do.
So Saildrones are really, you can imagine it a truck which goes into the ocean for a very long period of time. Onto that truck we put sensors to give us data, and that data gives us insights and products. So think of it as a vehicle to go and get data from any part of the world's oceans, any time of year. We operate all the way from the Arctic to the Southern Ocean, done over 500,000 miles and over 15,000 days at sea.
So 15 days at sea?
15,000 days.
15,000
days at sea,
wow,
yeah.
That's incredible. So they run off of solar, right?
Yeah, so the solar is for power. So on board you have computers, you have electronics, you have machine learning. That's run by solar, and also on the keel here you see a propeller. That's actually a turbine, and that harvests energy from the water as you sail through it. So power comes from solar and the turbine, and propulsion comes from the wind. On the larger vehicles you have an engine as well, which can be used for power generation or propulsion.
So how long has Saildrone been around?
I started the company in 2013, and since then we've done over 500,000 miles globally, working for the government for over 15,000 days at sea.
Excellent. So how many of these do you have on the ocean right now?
On the ocean right now, about 35 vehicles deployed. We have a fleet of 100 small vehicles. We have one large vehicle, and we're about to mass produce that at US shipyards.
How many do you plan to get out there?
The global plan is 1,000. 1,000 will give us full global coverage to give full domain awareness above and below the surface for 70% of the planet.
So when you say below the surface, what does that mean?
Every vehicle has a suite of sensors, both above and below the surface. So atmospheric, oceanographic sensors for weather, climate, fisheries, etc. We also have maritime domain awareness technology, so we have machine learning, using visual cameras to spot dark targets. And under the water, we use acoustics, so passive acoustics for detection of anything that makes a sound under the water, be it a vessel, a submarine, or marine mammals.
How do you get the data? Does this can you use satellites to get you back the data, or do you have to wait till they come back?
No, we use Iridium satellites. So Iridium Next, it's full global coverage. It's low latency. It's not very high bandwidth, but it gets us real-time data and real-time images from our MDA platform.
Oh, that's excellent. So, do you have any good best practice stories about this stuff? I heard in the news recently that one of these things went through a hurricane, right?
Yeah, we literally just last week went through Hurricane Sam's. One of our small vehicles with a smaller hurricane wing actually recorded 135-mile-an-hour winds.
And it was able to survive that?
It did. It came out completely unscathed.
That's amazing. How long did it take you to go evaluate it? Did you have to go out and look at it, or bring it back into port? You know. So
it's still out there, still working.
Okay.
So we have a fleet of 5 vehicles, which is sponsored by NOAA for a hurricane intelligence mission. They've been out there for 3 months in the hurricane area. We've got about 3 weeks left of that project, and there are 5 vehicles strategically placed to encounter the strongest hurricane. So huge success for us. Really, the final frontier for us in terms of survivability. We've built vehicles to go to the ice edge on the North Pole, up in the Arctic. We've done a circumnavigation of Antarctica. But surviving a hurricane really was kind of the toughest thing we could do. So
did you do that? Did you expect that to happen? Did you plan that out?
The value of the data from a hurricane is so great. We're trying to understand how hurricanes form and how they intensify. It was such high value data, we were prepared to lose a vehicle. And to be honest, I thought we'd be good to 100 miles an hour, but to go through 130 miles an hour and still survive unscathed is pretty exciting.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's an excellent use case there. Any other good stories you have from these things since it's been out there for a while?
We operated for many days in the open ocean, and it's amazing what you see out there. What's surprising is that the majority of boats you see do not have AIS. I'd say about 70% of the targets that we see visually are not transmitting AIS. So people think they get domain awareness from satellites and from AIS transponders. You're really only seeing a fraction of that picture. So having things in the field, in situ, with visual cameras, radar, and acoustics is really what you need to get a full picture of domain awareness.
So you're doing object tracking of ships and pointing out where you see ships that don't appear on AIS as well, kind of giving notifications of that?
Absolutely. We have a full service products. We have a secure portal, which is the portal the customer sees. So you have real-time detection of objects, ships. We can spot birds, we can spot icebergs, we can spot ships, also marine mammals.
Excellent. Anything else about Saildrone you'd like to share before we wrap up?
I think 2021 really is the time when we're switching to large-scale, commercial operations. We've done 7 years of R&D, getting these projects to work in the kind of the harshest environment on the planet, and now it's time to take fully mature products to the market and provide maritime data awareness, ocean data for weather, climate, and fisheries, and also bathymetry for ocean mapping.
What are you hoping to get from the symposium this year?
This is the first time we've really been to like a dedicated IC group and getting the product out there, the awareness that we can actually now, for the first time, have a platform that can stay at sea for 12 months in kind of the harshest environments on the planet and get real-time maritime domain awareness from above and below the surface is really the message you want to get out here today.
Absolutely, considering how much of the ocean really isn't mapped as much as people think it is. Right?
Less than 20% of the deep ocean is mapped.
Yeah.
We know more about, you heard it before, about the moon and Mars than we do about our own planet. So we really need to go map that. Sorry. With 20 surveyors, we can actually map the entire planet in about 9.6 years.
Excellent. Well, that's amazing. Once again, it's even more incredible to see one of these on the floor at GEOINT, and it's great to see you here, get an introduction of Saildrone, and we hope to see you again on future GEOINTs. This is incredible. I know a lot of people would be interested in what you have here.
Great.
So, thank you for joining us, Richard, and this is Saildrone at GEOINT 2021. Talk to you everybody next time.